In this video, we're going to be doing the ultimate comparison between ERLC, Greenville, and Southwest Florida. Which game do you prefer? Let me know in the comments, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so being as we're in ERLC, we'll start off with ERLC itself. So ERLC is Emergency Response Liberty County. Now, it has quite a lot of players, and it's been out for a good few years. Let's have a look. So currently, I am recording this at one of the most inactive times ever. I'm recording this at 10 AM on a Thursday morning, UK time, which is like 5 AM in America. So right now the game has only 4,764 people playing it. That is still quite a lot. Has nearly 1 billion visits, which is insane. But ERLC on a whole is a very good game. One of the things that I really like about ERLC is the cars. So they have a great selection of cars, and they are all very detailed. If I spawn in a car where maybe we can see this a little bit better, let's go with just this car, for example. You can see the wheels here are actually like 3D wheels. They just look so much better, and as you'll see later on, both of the games use images, and I don't know why they use images because they look so bad. Like, I don't know why. I know it's to prevent lag and everything, but it's worth removing something else to not have images as wheels because they look terrible when they're images. Another thing about this is the map and how the map looks along with the map size. So again, as you see with Greenville and Southwest Florida, they are very big maps, but the maps seem to be very empty. Like, there's a huge map, but there's not much detail in the map, whereas ERLC is completely the opposite of that. They have quite a small map. It's a very small map really in comparison. Even if you go to somewhere like completely out of the way, that's not in the city, a place where barely anyone is, you still find a lot of detail. Like down here, for example, you could just drive down this whole road and there's just detail everywhere, and that is really good about this game. Now, there are some problems with ERLC, and one of them is being how you can sort of advance in the game. So in ERLC, there's only really one way to get money, and that is by being a criminal. Now, the point of the game is like criminal and police roleplay, along with kind of everything else there is as well. So you can kind of do roleplay jobs as well, but they don't actually get you money. So if you want to advance in the game and get Bugattis and things like that, the only really way to do that is to be a criminal, because it's really slow. It will literally take you months and months to get the Bugatti if you're not a criminal, which is one of the bigger problems. And there are a few other things as well. Like, the game is not too interactive really. A lot of the jobs you just kind of stand around and you can't really do much. But then again, the game is made for police and criminal roleplay. So let me know what you think about ERLC in the comments below. I'm going to give ERLC an 8 out of 10 because I do think it is a pretty good game. Let's move on to Greenville. Okay then, so here we are in Roblox Greenville. Now, already you can see my point being proven. Look at this. Just look how empty the map is here. There's like no scenery at all. Like, what are these trees? Look how terrible these trees look. Like, look at the map. It's just so empty. There's just a massive road and there's nothing. Like, there's no grass detail. And as I was speaking about in the other games as well with the cars, if we have a look, these aren't really 3D. You can see these are just images. Look, you can see they're quite low quality. Like, it has a bit of depth to it, as you can see, but it's still an image. It's not actual, like, customly made. It's not a mesh, which ERLC's is. So I think that puts ERLC one step above Greenville. However, a few good things about Greenville, what I really like, is that Greenville is based off of a real life place, and you can go to this place on Google Maps and drive down this entire road, and every single thing you will see is identical. You look in game, these houses are here. Look on Google Maps, they're there in real life, and a few other things as well. I don't know if you just saw it then, but it has a lot of cool features in this game to do with driving. So it has like an automatic braking feature, and it also tells you kind of if you're near like another car, which is really cool. So you see that there, it kind of tells you if you're about to have a collision. Another good thing that I do like about Greenville though is that there's a good mix between driving and roleplay. So you can do a lot of roleplay in Greenville, but then if you also don't like roleplay but you really like the driving physics and the cars in Greenville, you can just drive the cars really nicely as well, and there's not really going to be anyone that gets in your way. The police aren't really going to care too much. And the final bad thing I want to talk about for this game, I know it's not entirely their fault, but they've had a lot of problems with copyright issues. Like, I know it's not their fault, but if we have a look at my garage here, like, I used to have like loads of different cars. It's just kind of unlucky because there are still Audis in ERLC, and ERLC hasn't really been affected by this. So I know it's just kind of unlucky that Greenville has been, but when you're just thinking about what game you prefer and you want to play, that is something you consider, because if you like Audis and you want to drive Audis in Roblox, then I will always recommend ERLC to you. So yeah, I'm gonna give Greenville a 6 out of 10. It's quite a good game, I will be honest, but there's definitely much better options. But either way, let's head over to Southwest Florida. Okay then, so here we are in Southwest Florida. Now, there are a few good and bad things about Southwest Florida, so this is going to be difficult if it beats EROC or if it's worse than EROC. Now, I'll be honest, Southwest Florida is probably the game I play least out of all of these. That's just because I'm personally like not a huge fan of it. I'm not sure why, but I'm just not a massive fan of it. It's not my kind of game. But if we have a look, the map is much better than Greenville, certainly. I like the map, to be honest. There is still a lot of incomplete parts. Like, there's just a lot of empty space here. Like, what on earth is that? Look at that. That looks terrible. Whose idea was it to put that there? There's just a lot of low quality rubbish that just looks better if it's not there. This map is very, very big, but it feels more complete. There's a lot more going on with it. If you drive around, it doesn't just feel like an empty, open, incomplete road. Look how much detail there is at all of these places. There's loads of shops you can go in and stores and do a bit of roleplay if you wanted to. But of course, again, the wheels. Yeah, you know it's coming. The wheels in this game are arguably worse than in Greenville. I don't know if it's just the car I've chosen, but this is terrible. Like, it's really bad. I've got a good few hypercars, got a lot of pickup trucks, a lot of emergency cars. So yeah, as you can see, the map does look pretty nice. We've got a lot of cars parked up, like even here, even how they filled all these parking spots with AI cars. I know like Greenville and EROC do that as well, but there'd probably be like one car in this whole parking lot. I don't know if these are real players or not. I don't know who's a real player and who's not, but they're very nice cars. I won't lie. I do like the cars. And another thing that I really like about Southwest Florida is the customizability option. So Greenville does have a lot as well, but Southwest Florida I think wins out of all of these games because there's a lot of different things you can do. You've got paint, performance, and wheels. If we go to performance, as you can see, you can literally stage your car, which if you don't know, just makes it a whole lot faster, which is just really good. You've even got forced induction, so you can get superchargers, you can upgrade your brakes, you can have weight reduction, you can get different tires. This game is great because it is a good mix between driving and roleplay. I would say that this game is more suited to like driving and driving simulator kind of based games, but they can all be used for driving around and racing around and driving fast cars, or for having a bit of fun role-playing. So I think on the whole, I'm probably going to have to give Southwest Florida a 7 out of 10. So it does beat Greenville just by 1, but it is 1 lower than EROC. Some of you might think this video is biased because I play EROC all the time, and to be honest, it's not. I just gave my honest opinions, but I think the amount of good things compared to the amount of good things in, for example, Greenville really does make up for it having more points. So let me know in the comments which game you prefer. I would love to find out. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Make sure you drop a like and also subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.